Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we will be discussing about the need for irrigation in India as well as the different methods that we follow to irrigate our agricultural lands. We all know that India is an agricultural country, so the importance of water resources cannot be ignored. The lives of millions of people depend upon the agriculture and its output. India has to feed its 140 crore population. So large number of population is dependent upon the agricultural lands. So whatever lands which are available has to be properly and utilized to the maximum level. So that is why there is dependency upon the water resources. What is irrigation? So irrigation is the artificial application of water to the agricultural lands. Irrigation is required so that the crops can get water at the right time and the farmers don't have to depend upon the monsoons, as the monsoons in India are highly irregular and erratic in nature. So, India is a large country, and as a result of which, there are different physiographic features in India, due to which there is unequal distribution of rainfall in different parts of India. There are some places which receive a lot of rainfall, more than 200 centimeters, and there are some regions which receive less than 50 centimeters annually, like in Rajasthan and Gujarat and the dry parts of India. So due to the uneven distribution of rainfall, it is very difficult for the farmers to depend upon monsoons. Irrigation can easily solve the problem of floods as well as famine in regions which have a lot of rainfall as well as scarcity of rainfall. So the excessive water from the rivers can be stored in reservoirs and diverted by canal to the drier regions. Mainly, there are three types of or methods of irrigation: wells, canals, and tanks. In ancient times, they practiced flood irrigation, where the water was supplied to the fields via ditches as well as water pipes. This was practiced in ancient Greece, Rome, as well as Chinese civilization. Traditionally, in villages, they basically practice irrigation through wells. Now, wells are of two types: lined wells and unlined wells. Unlined are actually kacha wells, which are built by the farmers or dug by the farmers near the fields. And such wells can be constructed where the water table is high. Kacha wells are not lined with bricks or stones, therefore they are called as unlined. Such wells are easier to dig in and also cheaper, whereas the lined wells are called as pakka well, which is lined with bricks or stones. They are constructed wells. These are perennial wells which are always filled with water because here the water table is high and also they are more or less permanent. Pakka wells are more expensive to construct as they are constructed by bricks and cement, and they are laid down in those rocks which are basically soft so that the wells can be easily dug. The second type of irrigation is through a tube well. So, tube well is a deep bore which is dug into the ground with a drilling machine, and then the water is pumped out with the help of electricity. Now, this water is used for irrigation. Now, tube wells have an advantage. They can irrigate larger areas as compared to wells, and they are more reliable during the periods of drought. So, because they are very deep and they can reach the aquifer or the permanent saturation of the water table. Most of the fields are extensively irrigated in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Bihar, and Haryana by tube wells. Even tube wells are introduced in Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, West Bengal, and Madhya Pradesh. Tube wells are constructed in regions which have got soft, porous rock which can absorb water and the water table is higher. Third type of irrigation is canal irrigation, which is a very important method of irrigation. 40% of India's irrigated area comes under canals. Canal irrigation is very widespread and practiced in mostly northern India, where the rivers are perennial. Perennial rivers are the rivers that have continuous flow of water throughout the year. Therefore, canals on these perennial rivers can flow throughout the year. They draw their water from the perennial rivers and artificial lakes, and which are basically irrigating the fields throughout the year. Thus, these canals can irrigate larger areas. Such canals are very common in northern India as the Himalayan rivers are mostly perennial. The second type of canals are inundation canals. These are barrages or dams which are constructed so that when the river floods, only then the excessive water can flow into these canals in order to prevent flooding. These canals are constructed in order to control floods. Their main purpose is to control floods rather than irrigating the fields because in the drier months the non perennial rivers are mostly dry. Important canal systems of India. So now let's talk about the important canals and the adjoining rivers on which the canals are constructed on in the northern India as well as the peninsular southern India. In the state of Punjab and Haryana, there are important canals like the Yamuna Canal, the Sirhind Canal, the Bari Doab Canal, Nangal Barrage Canal, and Bhakra Canal. Punjab is an agricultural land and it has got the advantages of five rivers. So, there are many canals which are constructed in Punjab and Haryana to provide and to irrigate the fields of Punjab and Haryana. Uttar Pradesh also has a very good canal system as it has got various rivers flowing across. It has got Agra Canal, the Lower Ganga Canal, Sharda Canal, Eastern Yamuna Canal. Then there is also canal irrigation which is developed in Bihar and West Bengal because there is a lot of problems of floods and acute shortage of water. Therefore, in order to control these floods, Damodar Canal is constructed on River Damodar. Mayurakshi, they are the important river canals which are constructed in West Bengal. In the state of Bihar, there are important canal projects like Son Dam, Gandak, and Kosi Dam. In Rajasthan, there is also an important canal irrigation system which is called as Rajasthan Canal Project. This project utilizes the water from Beas, Satluj, and Ravi to irrigate the fields of western Rajasthan like Ganganagar, Bikaner, Jaisalmer, which are very dry regions of Rajasthan and are mostly drought prone. In the peninsular region or the southern region, there are irrigation systems which are mostly along the Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri rivers. Then there is Periyar Canal system in Tamil Nadu, Mettur Canal system, and Lower Bhavani Canal system on river Kaveri. Then in Karnataka, there is Tungabhadra Canal system, Krishna Sagar Dam Canal system, which are very important. In Andhra Pradesh, there is Godavari Canal system, Rampad Sagar project on river Godavari, and Krishna Penair project, which are very important. There are some other canal projects of peninsular India like the Koina project of Maharashtra, Kakra project on river Tapi, Chambal project on Chambal river in Madhya Pradesh, Hirakud project in Odisha on Mahanadi river.